Yo, what is up guys? Pluto here. Double trade recap today. We took two longs on two completely different days and I'm putting them all into one video. So Tuesday was a trend day where I pyramided all my contracts all the way for a 500 point long. Probably the longest trade I've ever hit points wise. It was insane. I held it out the entire day. I don't know what PA was doing Tuesday, but it was moving crazy. It was moving like it had somewhere to be. So we caught that shit, held it out the whole day until around an hour and a half, 2 hours before market close. TP hit around 8 bands. And then today on Thursday, market manipulated down and we caught the long up and we hit for about 2 bands. So we're gonna go over those two trades I took and everything in this video I teach in the Discord. Link will be in the description if you want to join. So first, let's go over the trade on Tuesday. As you can see right here, 9:30 we opened and we just immediately gapped up. This gap right here doesn't even get retested. So what is that? A breakaway gap. That's the algo telling you that it's in a hurry. It's got somewhere to be. Second thing I was looking at was price being above the midnight open the entire day. That means premium delivery is happening and it means the market is being offered higher. And dips are not reversals, they're fuel, they're entry points into your continuation. So we got in on the wick right here. So you can see we got in right here. One reason for my entry was this order block right here in addition to this BISI. So what do I like to say? Wicks do the damage, bodies tell the story. Look at the bodies of these candles and how they're closing above CE of this BISI, but the wicks are coming through. This to me was a very bullish signature and gave me another confluence as to why we were going to deliver higher. So boom, we got into the trade right here. We consolidated a little bit. Then what happened? 1050 macro spooled us up way higher. Then we dipped down right here into this order block. I pyramided, added 3 more contracts. We kept delivering higher. Lunch function was a continuation of AM. So lunch, we just continued higher. Then what do we have? This order block right here in addition to this BISI right here that gets retested right here, and I added another 2 contracts when I saw this reaction. Then 250 macro happened, boom, we kept going higher. Now on this one, I do want to make a note that if you see right here, this BISI, they got retested right here. Look at initially how these candles, they're not closing above CE, but they're still closing and respecting this PD array, right? So you have the wicks coming through, but look at the bodies of the candles. They're staying above the PD array. They're respecting the PD array, and then what do? We continue higher, come back down, tap into the same BISI, this order block as well, and boom, we continue higher for 250 macro. And we were so far from my initial entry that I just felt so comfortable continuing to pyramid and to continue to add cons. Then, as I said, we tap this BISI again, confirm our break of structure out of this range, take this internal high, come back down, retest this order block right here. As well as, what is this right here? Right before macro, an IOFED. We trade a tick into this BISI. So for those of you that don't know, IOFED is institutional order flow entry drill. And it's basically when it just trades a tick into the imbalance before immediately reversing in the direction the algo wants to go. So then we continue higher. So like I was saying, then we continue higher off this imbalance right here, this IOFED. And we're getting towards the end of the day here, and I TP out here at 2.9 90. So that was my 500 point long, held it the entire day. PA was moving crazy. I've never seen PA move like that, where it's just clear, no noise, and it's just a clear pump up. Like, we were just pumping crazy. So a few notes about pyramiding, because I know someone had asked me about what I personally do when I'm adding cons, or how I go about adding cons in a trade like this where you're holding for a longer period of time. So something to look out for is, you might ask yourself, how do you add to a winner without blowing it up? So you're in this trade and you want to stack, and you keep adding contracts when it's a clear trend and the draw on liquidity is clear. So a clear bullish trend like this, right? You only want to pyramid on a confirmed retrace. So when you have a clear retrace and you draw back into a sell side PD array, that would be your entry point. So you see how every time I'm adding, it's every time price had drawn back into a sell side PD array, whether it's an order block, a BISI, a SIBI, whether it's inverted or not, anything of that sorts. Notice the sizes too of me pyramiding into this trade, 3, 3, and then 2. Each ad gets a little bit smaller, and the pyramid gets narrower and narrower as the price gets higher. Most people do it backwards. They add bigger and bigger, trying to get rich off of one trade. And that, to me, is the wrong way to do it. Because the higher we're going in price and the higher we're going in this range, and prices being offered at a premium, is just less and less of a chance that it's just going to continue. There's obviously going to be some sort of deep retrace. Oh my gosh. Kitty. So every time I'm adding, I'm being very calculated in how I'm adding and in where I'm adding and how many columns I'm adding, right? Because I'm so far from my initial entry, every ad is financed by open profit. So because the stops are already trailed, at that point, I'm not risking my own money anymore. I'm risking the markets because I'm so far from my initial entry. So those are a few tips for pyramiding and what you want to do when adding contracts on a clear trend day. Now we're going to recap today's trade, Thursday, August 6th. So we're going to go to it here on the chart. So a day like today was completely different from a day like Tuesday, where we just instantly gapped up at market open, had that breakaway gap, and price never looked back. Today, we manipulated down. So today, we were below midnight open. We had bearish delivery, stair-stepping down through the entire Asian and London session, as you can see. Every one of these lows is resting sell side. And what do? We came down, manipulated, took all this sell side, and then immediately reversed. And what was our reversal point? Well, one thing I was looking at when we reversed was this. The -4 standard deviation level of the midnight range. So as you can see right here, we traded a little bit past it. Not only that, but I was also looking at this daily SIBI right here that we inversed. So you can see right here in the blue, there's this daily SIBI right here that we inversed on Tuesday when we just had that huge pump up. And as you can see, if we go to the 1 minute, you'll see right here on the 1 minute, where do we trade to? 25% quadrant on this SIBI that we inverted. Right here. Look at that. Look at where the bodies are closing. Right on the 25% quadrant. So, this is a high probability change in state of delivery model. We swept sell side, came back up, take this internal high, retrace back into this bullish order block and into this BISI right here, and then we continue pumping. Then 950, 1010 macro, we continue delivering higher. What do? We come back, retrace, tap the most sensitive point of the order block, which is the opening point of the order block. So right here, bullish order block, that sends us higher. We take this high, and then we start trending down for 11:30 retrace. Also, another thing to note, this low right here at 9:33 just happened to also be one tick away from the Goldbach dealing range. So this was the low of the Goldbach dealing range, and it was one tick right above it. So that, in combination with the standard deviation level from our midnight range and the 25% quadrant of the SIBI that we inversed, was very, very strong confirmation that we are using these levels as support to now have our CISD and continue higher. So when I saw this, I got into the trade right here. This BISI was holding, then we continued higher, and my TP was right at this high right here at 537, where we had these relative equal highs right here. And as you know, smooth edges like to be made jagged, so we had all these smooth edges up here. And what does price do? Pumps up here and makes them jagged, as you can see, just straight sharp up delivery. So same concepts each day: Goldbach ranges, opening gaps, midnight open, standard deviations, liquidity purges, all the same, just 2 different days, 2 very different days. One day we gap up and the draw on liquidity is clear and there's no resistance and price is just moving in one direction. And a day like today, we manipulate at open, long up, and then PM and lunch allow us for a retrace as such. If you didn't catch this trade, it's all good. Do not worry about it. There will always be so many more trading opportunities. Everything here, the day profiling, opening ranges, midnight open, Goldbach, pyramiding, I teach it all in the Discord every day, and there's notes in there. We do live trading in the mornings. Link is going to be in the description. Come learn, ask questions. I'll answer them. Thank you for your time. This has been my 2 trade recaps on NQ.